Before you click away, I want to challenge you to something. I want you to guess the price of this watch. I'll reveal the price at some point in this video, so keep watching. I've checked out several Wish to It watches and I'm always surprised by the intricate details of their pieces. The one consistent thing across the watch models that they have now is the tonneau style shape, very RM-like. However, they're dipping their toes into a round style shape, and I have to admit that out of all their watch designs, this one hits different for me. I'm a sucker for skeletonized watches, in case you haven't seen in my last videos, and very aggressive designs altogether. This one is being called the Aristos, and it comes in 3 colorways. The specific variant is called the Silver. Let's start with the specs. So the entire case is constructed of 316L stainless steel. It measures 43mm, it's 50.7mm from lug to lug, and 12mm thick. The watch head weighs in at 89 grams, and in between the lugs, it's 22mm. The watch does feature sapphire crystal and is water resistant to 50 meters. Whether you like this watch or not, you have to give the company props for coming up with what appears to be an original design. Let's take this case for example. The hollowed out and streamlined case is inspired by a car frame, according to the company. The case adopts a fully hollowed out and streamlined design. Now, this is perfectly integrating that automotive mechanical engineering element. This, according to the company, makes the watch both stable and practical. Okay, so let's look at this bezel. The bezel is very aggressive looking, and it also blends in just very well with the overall design in my opinion. On the right hand side of the case, there's a signed 7.9mm push and pull crown that's very easy to engage with. And that anodized red blends well with the other red accents of the watch, and I'm a fan of that. The dial is crazy looking, but reading the time is actually very simple, as the hands and indices, at least in my opinion, are very legible. This next observation and constructive criticism towards this design element is both comical and concerning. You see, in the middle of the dial there's a big sweeping second hand, right? But wait, the sub register on the left is also a seconds counter. Why? What's the purpose of this? Was this simply a design aesthetic? Now, the sub register on the right hand side, on the other hand, is useful as it can be used as an AM/PM indicator. Another useful element is a 60-minute counter around the dial. Under macros, when the details come alive and you can actually see that the logo along with the sub-register numerals and indices were printed on a clear dial. That's pretty cool. The watch also features some lume that's been applied on the hands and indices. Now, the company doesn't specify the type of lume they're using, but it's decent, nowhere close to Seiko bright, but it's legible in low light conditions. When flipping the watch over, there's a mineral crystal display case back, and through it we can see the movement and that decorated rotor that does appear to be DLC coated. Now, the caliber powering this watch is, according to the company, automatic, and you can wind it, you can hack it, has a frequency of 28,800 beats per hour for hertz and approximately 80 hours of power reserve, and it does have 27 joules. I'm making an assumption here that this is a Chinese made movement, but so far I have never experienced any issues with any of their calibers. What I do know is that the caliber actually looks nicer than an NH movement, and it works great with the skeletonized style. The 22mm nylon strap is not the highest material, but is comfortable. I like the look of the strap, and the red stitching is a nice touch that ties in with the overall design. However, I would consider upgrading the strap to something a little more superior to match the quality of the actual watch head. On my 6 7/8 inch wrist, I thought the watch would fit me big, but it's surprisingly comfortable. I'm guessing it has to do with the lug design. Okay, I think you waited long enough. The retail price of this watch is $399. Did you guess the price right? Look, I understand that everyone has an opinion when it comes to whatever a watch is worth. Some look at the specs to try to determine that, and some look at the prestige of the brand. I say if you like the watch, have the money, and are willing to buy it, then don't listen to anyone's opinion. I personally think the price of this watch is reasonable for what you get, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy behind the camera. Let me know what you guys think of this watch. Do you like it? Is it too wild? Until next time, be safe out there and stay humble.